What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And for today's video guys, I have an amazing news. First of all, I will show you the latest update in regards to the TradeStation shares imbalance. On top of that, and this is the most mind-boggling part of this video, I found out that potentially another broker-dealer has exactly the same issue. And I found out this from two completely independent sources. Then I will show you some updates from our headliners in regards to our fight against these wrongdoers. And if I have enough time, I will give you some additional information. So, and before we dive deep into all of this, guys, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm. It is the easiest way how we can push this case forward. And it is the easiest way how we can achieve our goals. So, and let's start with the news itself. Iron Ape wrote this tweet. It is basically the latest update in regards to the TradeStation share imbalance. And let me quote to this. MMTLP update and call to action. TradeStation MMTLP shares. As of 9 p.m. On January the 2nd, 35 shareholders reporting with verified MMTLP shares purchased at TradeStation own 81.76% of the total 122,622 master certificate. If you want to participate, please DM me with the following. 1. Screenshot of TradeStation position. 2. Name. 3. Email. 4. Permission to share information internally. 5. In AST, yes or no. And this is the new bullet point because if someone already transferred his or her shares from TradeStation to AST, it is very important to subtract this number of shares out of this amount, and definitely it will also help us to find out the real imbalance on their balance sheet. So let me go to further. The share count can be shares held in TradeStation or sent to AST. We will be reporting on this regularly until we hit approximately 100% of the master certificate. And here is the table. As you can see, we have 35 holders and the total number of shares belongs to these people is 100,254 shares, which equals to 81.76% out of this total number, 122.622 thousand. And I have to say that we have a mind-boggling information that potentially another broker-dealer has the same issue. Let me show you this tweet that was written by Junk Savit just yesterday, and she wrote, "We are investigating this retail investment thing where 65,000 shareholders have lost potentially billions. It's called the MMTLP fiasco and it is bigger than Madoff, FTX, Silicon Valley Bank combined." And here is the video that I covered just a couple of days ago, and where Johnny Tabaka mentioned about our case in another news media, Newsmax. And here you can see another tweet that was made in response to this to Junk Savit's tweet. MK1 wrote, "Where are we coming up with this billions number? We know how many shareholders there are and how many potential legit shares there are. But we don't know how many counterfeit shares or the final value. If billions are involved, let me know my price per share value." And Johnny Tabaka responded. He wrote, "I did some math of some actual verified prints on MMTLP shares sold on December the 9th and subsequently cancelled. They were 21,000 shares sold for $26 million. That is an average of give or take $1,220 per share. That happened at E-Trade from Morgan Stanley. One theory is 165 million shares multiplied by $1,220 equals to $201.3 billion. Is that enough billions to start? You betcha. And guys, this is the mention of first mention of E-Trade from Morgan Stanley, and this price per share, it might not be the real price. It might indicate that there were not 21,000 shares, but there were much more shares. This means on E-Trade from Morgan Stanley, we might have another share imbalance, and this is the first evidence. The second evidence is right here. One of my viewers, in response to my yesterday's video, wrote this, and his account name is Deacon Blues 2457, and he wrote, "Hi Andy, thanks for all your work on this. There may be an issue with E-Trade by Morgan Stanley too. I requested to transfer some of my shares of NextBridge and MMTLP to AST on November 15, 2023. I was told that they couldn't do a digital AST transfer, but they could mail the stock certificates. I paid the $65 fee and waited. After more than 6 weeks, they still hadn't arrived. I called back, and the rep told me he saw the request on my account but wasn't sure why the certificates hadn't been mailed. He said he would expedite the request. I called back again a few days later, and now I'm being told that there has been no movement on the transfer. I'm not being given any good reason why my shares have not been transferred after paying the transfer fee and waiting for more than 6 weeks. The rep seems very confused as to why this request has not been honored. Anyone else have similar issues with E-Trade? And guys, this is this is an indirect evidence, but this is potential evidence that E-Trade by Morgan Stanley also have this share imbalance, and they don't have real certificates that might cover their short position. This means we have an imbalance. Potentially we have an imbalance with E-Trade by Morgan Stanley too. And in my opinion, it is the beginning of the end of these wrongdoers. And if this information will be confirmed, definitely it will be a mind-boggling information, and it will be another potential path how we can sue these wrongdoers. By the way, how we can fight them? Let me show you that Junk Savvy made a perfect summary. She basically wrote this direct speech from Richard Hoffman and from his recent video that I also covered yesterday. And let me quote this tweet in details. Custody settlement property. Did TradeStation just admit they diluted all shareholders? Do non-clients have a client? Richard Hoffman breaks it down. Non-contract claims. I could bring non-contract claim in court, and we get a chance to test if there is a liability under those circumstances. The one benefit is, since I don't have a contract, there is no arbitration provision, so nothing will stop me from being able to sue them. It would open up the doors of discovery. And this is the huge path how we can try to sue these wrongdoers. And if the share imbalance will be confirmed with E-Trade, definitely it will be another path. And let me show you what did Mark Basil wrote in response to the bullshitting data that we know happened back in December of 2022. He wrote, MMTLP, the entire community knows, including its bad actors, that Finland disclosed to the SEC that the MMTLP issue hit their fraud desks in early December before the halt. When asked by New York Supreme Court judge, FINRA feigned any knowledge of any fraud and could not explain to the judge what the fraud is, but did say they bullshitted the issuers, which is completely false statement. They can only bullshit the brokers under their supervision. Now there is a proof that some of 200,000 shares were naked short at the time of the E3 halt, which some want you to believe is a mythical situation, even after the SEC sues a hedge fund specifically for naked shorting. And now TradeStation has hypothecated away several 100,000 more shares in its own client accounts, and someone on social media is making a case on why TradeStation should not be financially liable to its customers. I am starting to question the competence of some of the posters that either refuse to understand something simple when the facts are properly recited, or are intentionally trying to misdirect the conversation. It is unfortunate at best. And guys, yes, this is another evidence that we are on the right path, because we have a lot of wrongdoers, we have a lot of activity from other side. One of these bad guys, in my opinion, is Charles Gasparina. And here you can see that Richard Hoffman made a perfect option for him. And Richard wrote, "So, you believe government is more truthful than its citizens? We know you in the media are straight out bassers, many with undisclosed financial attachments. Would you be willing to sign an affidavit under penalty of perjury that you are not compensated for providing or having provided a specific opinion on a financial issue?" And this is the way how we can shut them up, because it is the most important part, that they shouldn't do any statements under this penalty of perjury. And this is another way how we can try to solve this problem. On top of that, let me show you again the tweets from Mark Basile about bullshitting. In response to the bullshitting information that it was the issuers who was under control of FINRA, he wrote this: "They bullshitted their brokers on both symbols. Really has nothing to do with the issuer, which was MMAT. The MMTLP dividend was born from the merger. The market maker applied to FINRA for a symbol. It's a simple application, plus other required information in order to acquire the symbol. Once FINRA assigns the symbol, they provide the green light to trade. In this case, it was to the OTC markets. According to Burda, whomever applied for the ticker must have used fraudulent information to acquire the symbol, which is likely. Questions: which broker applied for the ticker? Who was the unsolicited sale for? That information is also required to be filed with FINRA to secure approval. Once we know which broker and which client, shit is gonna hit the fan big time." And yes, guys, we are about to see, in my opinion, we are about to see this information in foreseeable future, and this information will be another huge breakthrough in our case, because we will know exactly who was the wrongdoer, who started to trade MMTLP share back in 2021, and everything started from that point. And in my opinion, it is a huge update in our case. And if you like my video, drop me a line in the comment section and subscribe to my channel, especially if you don't want to miss my next video. And definitely hit the like button. See you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stay